My name is Julia Van Oppen, and I'm one of the 3 directors of the graduate short This Will Never Last. I recently graduated from the University of Technology in Sydney, which is where we created this film. The film was inspired by our group's excitement to finally be able to enjoy our early adolescence again after all the lockdowns, and we wanted to create something that was very visually interesting but also challenging for ourselves. The film takes place in Newtown, Sydney, which is where I currently live and spend a lot of my time. This area of Sydney is where a lot of young people go out and is kind of a celebration of subcultures, music, and socializing. And I think it's also a really beautiful place with a lot of really nice old Australian buildings. The title of our film comes from the conversations we had with our tutors while making and developing the film. 2 of our tutors had also spent a lot of time in their youth going out in the same area. And we all had really similar stories when we were talking about that. But most of the locations that they spoke about had closed and reopened throughout the years, with, different areas being more popular at different times. And we realized that when you're going to these places and you hear that they're closing, it feels like you're losing out on something really interesting and unique, and that this area that you've grown up in is losing a part of its identity, and that people that are younger than you and who will eventually do the same thing won't get to have the same excitement and joy going to these places. But in reality, that isn't really the case. There's plenty of places that are always opening up and that will be just as fun and just as interesting. I was personally very excited to limit our use of color and do moving camera shots throughout the film. I found that limiting our palette to about 2 sets of 7 to 8 colors to differentiate the time of day, it really pushed me to think about how to use the colors to help evoke the mood of the scenes. We knew we had to focus on pushing the visuals as well, which is how we ended up doing these moving camera shots throughout the film. I ended up storyboarding and roughing a lot of them, and passing them on to the other 2 directors to finish them off once they hit a wall, because they were very time-consuming and very difficult, but I think they did turn out very good. I'm really grateful for where this film has taken us. We're very excited to be going to Annecy this year. I know our film isn't for everyone. We were told that a lot during the production of this film, but for the people that it is for, seeing their joy and enthusiasm when watching the film really made it worth everything. It really made us feel like we were doing something special.